Striker Scorpion 82 is now sponsored by Warhammer Combat Cards, a card battle game featuring your favourite Citadel miniatures from the 40k universe. Build your army decks, dominate opponents in player versus player action, collect and upgrade cards to fit your strategy, improve their power and unlock unique traits. Choose from all 40k factions, take part in campaigns based on iconic 40k battles, rise to the top of the leaderboard and win glory. Free to download and play, link is in the video description below or on the channel homepage, and by using the unique link it helps support the channel. Thanks and enjoy the game. Right, welcome to this Tactics and Showcase video. It's for the Space Wolves and Ulrik the Slayer, one of the unique characters that you can get for your Space Wolves army. So in this video, I'll zoom in, I'll take a closer look at the model, and it's an incredible sculpt from Games Workshop. I rate it as one of the best that they have ever done. I really like it. It's not the biggest of models, but just the sculpt in it, I think it's fantastic. And then once we've zoomed in, take a look at the model, we'll talk about tactics here. I've chosen this model and added it into my new revamped Space Wolves list. So I think it's an absolute bargain for the points and for what you get. I think Ulrik the Slayer is excellent, and on top of that you're getting an amazing model as well. We'll zoom in now and take a look at the model here. Here he is, painted up, but we'll zoom in and take a closer look. So there he is, just zooming in here to give you a close look. I mean, the sculpt and the detail on that is utterly incredible. So the vast majority of my Space Wolves army has been painted on commission by Siege Studios. This one's just arrived from them in the post, painted up. I asked them to paint it up to match my current basing scheme for the Wolves and to match them with the rest of the models, and they've done a great job. So you can see the gold glinting there and the detail nicely done on the face. A lot of people ask what level is your army. The characters I've opted for silver level, so the standard that you're seeing here is the silver level that's available from Siege Studios. They do have two levels above that, that's gold, and they've also got platinum as well if you really want them to make a lot of effort on your character models. And then just rotating around, you can see the glowing runes. Sort of at silver level you're getting all the detail really that you're requiring, done to a very high standard. And then the level below this is sort of bronze. That gives you, your basic troops. If you've got hordes and so on, then that would be a better option to go for. And then even graded in the colour here on this plate, so bright yellow at the top and then a shaded colour at the bottom as well, just to bring that to life. They've done the same on the knee pad just here. But nice job, all the details picked out nicely on that model. And then I asked them to match in my urban basing terrain here, and they follow that along, and even the trim colour here on the base just matches in with the rest of the army. I resisted going for snow for Space Wolves just because we end up playing on all sorts of different battle maps, and if I end up with the Space Wolves on desert or a Martian landscape and they've got snow on their bases, it doesn't quite match in. So it does look an amazing job. A lot of Space Wolves players would opt for the snow option, but I've gone for sort of more of the urban colour scheme here for the Wolves. But there he is, quite a model. Really, as soon as when Games Workshop announced they were, when they resculpted this and released the images, absolutely fantastic. So model wise, one of the best ones that you can get for the Space Wolves. Absolutely fantastic. You've noticed here they've put gloss on the eyes just in this wolf helmet as well, so you're getting a fair amount of detail at silver level there. And there he is, painted up, ready to go into my Space Wolves list. So what I'll do now is take a look at the rules for Ulrik the Slayer and why I think he's a great idea to add into your Space Wolves army. So for Siege Studios, there's a link in the video description below. You can get in touch with them. They're on Instagram as well, big following there also, so you can get in contact with them for your own painting commission work. So obviously you've now got this as well for Space Wolves, an amazing update for them, really good. So Space Wolves have benefited, and some of the benefits are passed on to all the Space Wolves models, including him. So Ulrik the Slayer, first of all, is a named character, so it's a fixed amount of points. And he took a points reduction for Chapter Approved 2019. They all did. Every single character got reduced in points. Crazy. Ulrik the Slayer was 110 points, now he's 85 points. Just to give you an idea, standard Space Marine Chaplain is 72 points. So you're paying, it's not very much more at all, and for that you're getting, I think, a much better unit. So, movement 6, weapon skill and ballistic skill 2+ for him, so in close combat, really good. Strength 4, toughness 4, 5 wounds, so a little bit more durable than a regular Chaplain. 4 attacks as well, so he's got an extra attack, leadership 9, a 3+ saves. It's an excellent stat line for an 85 point model. It's an excellent stat line for sure. And then within that 85 points, you're also getting a plasma pistol also added on top, so which is a decent weapon. Usual rules for that, but you can supercharge it, strength 8, -3, 2 damage. Just got to watch out for those ones that the bearer isn't slain, so that's a risk just there. So usually I wouldn't go for that supercharging unless you've got the ability to reroll ones, or you've got a command point on standby for a reroll. Nation of No Fear, and then here now he's going to get, remember he's got 4 attacks. He's now got Shock Assault, so if he charges, is charged to perform strike intervention, it's going to be another attack on top of that. So now you've got 5 attacks at 2s to hit, so he's not too bad in close combat. And then the weapon's the standard, it's not really a special one, it's just a Crozius Arcanum, +1 strength, fighting at strength 5, AP -1 and 2 damage. You can get into Assault Doctrine, that'll become AP -2, so that becomes quite potent. And really it seems to be the Space Wolves, and to match him with a fluff form, you're trying to get into that. They're the most potent when you're on the Assault Doctrine stage, which is turn 3 onwards. That's the aim, to try, and I'm going to aim for that with my Space Wolves, to try and survive turns 1, turn 2, get in position, and then strike at the most potent point, which is turn 3 onwards. Yeah, there's something else here as well for these, just to get the full update here. And there's some other special rules I want to cover here, but you've got to bear this in mind. Hunters Unleashed, so in a turn in which they charge, was charged upon direct intervention, is +1 to the hit rolls, so he's already on 2s to hit already. But that might help out if there's an enemy unit that has a -1 to hit them in close combat, for example. Then it's another +1 to the hit rolls on top of that. He's a character, so he's going to get a 6-inch heroic intervention, a rule that I easily forget, but it's well worth keeping that in remembrance as well, instead of the usual 3 inches. And then now the updated rules: Savage Fury. Whilst the Assault Doctrine is active, you're pushing to try and get to that Assault Doctrine. An unmodified hit roll of 6 for attack made by a melee weapon from a unit with this ability scores an additional hit. Not an additional attack, but an additional hit. So you attack with 5 attacks, you get 2 6s. That's 2 extra hits being caused. So that really helps the Space Wolves out. If you're aiming to go for the Assault Doctrine and cause the most damage in close combat, +1 to the hit rolls, extra attack, and then 6s, unmodified 6s causing extra hits as well. So brilliant. The other great thing about being a character is you can hide him behind screens of other units, and unless the opponent's got snipers, they can't target him. So that's another bonus as well. And really, that's part of the reason why my Space Wolves, the whole army, is going to have quite a few characters buried in amongst the ranks of regular infantry units. That's the idea, to try and protect these characters and then get them across the board and deliver them into the opponent's army. That's the idea. Similar to the Thousand Suns in a way, shielding my characters with screens of infantry. So he comes with, what's interesting here is there's no litanies. Like Space Marines, you get all these different litanies to choose from, and you've got to try and recite the litany, make it go off. It's a 3+, and you've got that. But here you get Slayer's Oath. You can reroll failed hit rolls in the fight phase for friendly Space Wolves units within 6 inches of this model. So that's guaranteed to go off. Unless the rules have changed, check the comments section below, see if there's been an update, and see what other Space Wolves players are saying. But from this, it seems to be there's no litanies here. You're just guaranteed to get you reroll failed hit rolls in the fight phase for units within 6 inches. So it's nice and reliable. You know what is the powers that he has and how that can be delivered. If Ulrik the Slayer kills an enemy character, this bit's even better. If he kills an enemy character or monster, then for the rest of the battle you can add 1 to hit rolls, add 1 to wound rolls you make in the fight phase for friendly Space Wolves units within 6 inches of him. So you kind of want him to get stuck in, and really the best kind of target for him would be some kind of weaker enemy character. If you can locate one of those, hack them down with his Crozius Arcanum, and then he's going to grant +1 to the rune rolls in the fight phase for any units nearby. It's an amazing bonus if you're able to get it to go off. So you need to be semi-aggressive with him to get him into the fight, but pick that fight wisely. Now you could even, or you could charge him in with another unit, let that first unit fight and cause most of the damage, and then try and get him to finish off that enemy monster or character, and then because he's the one that's brought the last of the wounds down and destroyed the model or the unit, then he'll grant the +1 to the wound rolls. That's an amazing bonus if you're able to get it to go off. So these are all fantastic bonuses for what you're getting for 85 points. Is excellent. The Wolf Amulet, he has got a 4+ Invuln save, so it's going to add a nice layer of protection in close combat. And then what's amazing here is instead of having to pay out for an Apothecary and to add him into your army, he comes with healing balms. At the end of your movement phase, Ulrik the Slayer can attempt to heal a single model, and he can even heal himself. To do so, select a Space Force infantry, biker, or cavalry unit within 3 inches. If that unit contains a wounded model, it immediately regains up to D3 lost wounds. A unit can only be targeted, the target of healing balms once in each turn. So you can't resurrect models, but you can restore wounds. And because I've got a lot of characters in my army, and they're all out trying to fight and perform heroic deeds, wounds are going to come in, and the idea is that he can restore wounds onto those characters and then get them back in the fight again. So there's a lot of uses for him. Wolf Helm of Rust as well. All friendly Space Force units within 9 inches of the Slayer can use his leadership instead of their own. So bonus for morale as well, because I am planning on taking multiple sort of infantry units, and so that'll be useful to have a decent leadership as well. And it's 9 inches, so you know it's quite a wide front. If you put him in the middle, then it's actually quite a broad area for him. So in the games, keep a lookout for him in the heart of the army. I don't think I'm going to be holding him back, but he's going to be pushing up aggressively, not the very tip of the spear, but poised and ready to strike, and hunting for that character or monster to slay. And in the meantime, granting the bonus for morale, rerolling failed hit rolls, just really helping out. So he's a vital unit, and I think an absolute bargain at 85 points. So there he is, that's Ulrik the Slayer. I don't think there's any need to roll up some dice, so you've got a pretty good idea of how this unit operates. When the Space Force battles come, as I said, keep a lookout for him in the heart of the army. He should be surrounded by other characters, and he's there to get involved in the fight, to grant the rerolls to failed hit rolls, and then as characters start taking damage, or a Terminator model takes a wound, or whatever it is, he can start, because he's there central and the other characters are nearby, then he's able to start restoring wounds as well. And all of that I think is going to be quite vital. Bonus for helping morale also, and then himself, yeah, he's kicking out pretty good attacks in close combat, and durable enough as well. And if he does take damage, he can even restore wounds back onto himself. So the stage of the Space Force, I've got an army proposed, and I'm very happy with it. It's over on the Plus channel, an army development video, and then just starting to form the last of the units now to get this army complete, and then hopefully you'll see a complete army video coming up in the not so distant future. Check out the other Space Force Tactica videos here on the channel, just to zoom in and take a look at individual units you may be considering for your own Space Force army. Check out the comment section below and see what other Space Force players are saying, and if you have experience using Ulrik the Slayer and you've got some Tactica to share with, and also whether you agree or not putting him into the army, then leave that in the comment section below, and it'll be fascinating to hear what other experienced Space Force players are saying about this model. But I rate him. The model's amazing, and the rules are really good, and for points I think you're getting a lot of value with this model. There it is, that's the Tactica and showcase for Ulrik the Slayer. Check out Siege Studios for your painting commission work as well. Keep a lookout for more Tactica videos and more Space Force content on the channel. Thanks for watching, and tune in next time.